Hello YouTube, my name is Joe Wright and today we are talking about Fallout. Now, before we get started, I would just like to say that I've only ever played Fallout 3 and beyond that. I've never played the original Fallout 1, 2 Tactics. I've only played Fallout 3, New Vegas and 4. So in this video I will only be talking about the open world Bethesda Fallout games. With that said, let's get into the video. So first of all, let's talk about the story in each Fallout 3, New Vegas and Fallout 4. Now in Fallout 3, you play as this boy, or girl, who has lost her or his father, and you have got to travel through the wasteland in order to find out where he's gone to. It turns out your father was trying to build a water purification device to stop the water from getting radiated, polluted. He believes that this will stop people from dying of radiation poisoning. Now the Enclave think differently. They want to poison the water supply so that everyone in the wasteland dies, so that they can rebuild. Now you've got a choice in Fallout 3. You can either side with the Enclave, poison the water so that the wasteland can rebuild itself from scratch, or you can help your father create the water purification device. Now in Fallout New Vegas, we play as this courier, and he's been shot in the head, and he comes back to life through Fallout technology, and he has to talk to this robot called Yes Man, and Yes Man reveals that you were sent on a mission to send this chip to Mr. House, but on the way some goons shot you and stole the chip. You have to get the chip back off Benny and return it to Mr. House. There it was revealed that Mr. House is actually not a human per se. Well, he is, but like he's kind of an android. It's a bit confusing. Anyway, you've got 4 clans in this game. You can go with Caesar's Legion, Mr. House, NCR, and Yes Man. Now, the Mojave Desert in Fallout New Vegas is in ruins, and you've got to choose who becomes the leaders of the Mojave Desert. Do you want the NCR, the Mr. House, Yes Man, or do you want to do it all for yourself? And the game has 4 different endings, and every decision you make, side quests, get tailored into the ending. Companions have their own story arcs in the end and everything. Now, in Fallout 4, the game follows a very similar story beat to that of Fallout 3. Instead of looking for your father in Fallout 4, you were looking for your son in Fallout 4. Now, at the start of the game, you are cryogenically frozen by the Vault 111, and you wake up 100 years later and your son, Sean, gets kidnapped by the Institute. You wake up shortly after and you search the wasteland, the Commonwealth in this game, for your son Sean, and you find out that a man named Kellogg kidnapped him and took him to the Institute. When you finally get to the Institute though, your son is 60 years old and you're a bit confused, but it turns out that when you woke up it was 60 years after your son was taken by the Institute, and now your son, who is much older than you, may I add, well physically anyway, has become the leader of the Institute. So now you've got to choose, do you want to side with the Institute or not? Now the Institute are the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. A lot of people hate them. They created the synths, who are androids basically, and the people of the Commonwealth are afraid of synths, right? But once you get to know the Institute, you find out that synths are actually very intelligent like real people. And now the Railroad are another clan in the game that want to free your synths, and the Brotherhood are still in the game and they want to destroy your synths. And the Institute see synths as tools, so they use them as slaves basically. as tools to make human life better. So you've got to decide, what do you want to happen to the synths in Fallout 4? Do you want them to be enslaved by the Institute, to be freed by the Railroad, or to be destroyed by the Brotherhood of Steel? It's very similar to Fallout 3's story and Fallout New Vegas' story, but in my opinion, it's not the best of both worlds. There's only two endings here. You join with the Institute or you don't. That's the two endings. There isn't even the third one for being with the Railroad. It's literally just like, destroy the Institute or not. So, which Fallout game do I think has the best ending out of the three I just mentioned? Best story, I mean. Fallout New Vegas has the best story in my opinion. Why? Because there's a lot more choices. You've got more clans. It's not just good or bad ending. It's 4, 5, possibly 5 different endings in the game, and not one of them is good or bad. Well, it depends where you stand. Everything is grey area, you know. It's just your personal opinion. Who do you think can rule the Mojave Desert the best? And like you know, every fraction in the game has the bad side and the good side. So like, it's just about your personal opinion, which made it harder, you know, because in the other Fallout games I'm like, I want to be evil. Oh, do the evil ending. I want to be good. Do the good ending. In this game it was like, there is no good or bad answer. It's just, who do you think can run the Commonwealth the best? I mean, the Mojave Desert. Now that's much more interesting. And Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 lack that sort of thought process, that sort of decision making. Also, every side quest in the game gets tailored into the ending of the game as well. And I was actually amazed by how detailed the ending was after completing Fallout 3. I did not expect the ending to be that detailed. Hey guys, me again. Thank you for watching my video. I'd just like to say that I am a big fan of post-apocalyptic media, from video games to TV shows to movies like The Walking Dead and the Mad Max. Now, I'm such a big fan of this genre that I've actually written a book on it. My own spin on things of how I think the apocalypse will happen and all that stuff. It's a fictional book, obviously, and it's a storybook, you know. It's a fictional story based after the icebergs melt, and America is split up into many large, separate islands. If you'd like to know more about my book, it's in the description. The links there will be in the description. And yeah, there's a Facebook page as well that I would really appreciate it if you liked. Anyway, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.
Tell him drop dead, but I keep loving him instead. My mama must have dropped me on my head. He's a demon, he's a devil, a doll. Sometimes he thrills me through and through. Sometimes he's sweet, sometimes he's true. Sometimes I wish he were in Timbuktu. He's a demon, he's a devil, he's a doll. He says he'll call for me at 9 and take me out somewhere to dine, then staggers in and sings sweet and old line. He's a darling, he's a dreamboat, he's a dog. I had the measles at 2, the chicken pox and the flu. My whooping cough was grim. I had the itch and the mumps, the poison ivy in clumps. To top it, now I've got him. drives me crazy, but he's cute. What do I